home appliance wey be say you wan get, they have deals for you. If you get them from e-commerce store, that's online store, and also physical retailer.
And it's so good to be back again on Share Your Brand Experience on ConsumerHallaTV, where we use narrative consumers' experience to shape the sphere of brand and consumers' world. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Ire Ayomikunleke. In brief, Share Your Brand Experience is about storytelling.
Alright, welcome back, guys, to another beautiful edition of Share Your Brand Experience on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Kike Lomo Ajibola, and on Share Your Brand Experience, we talk about everything relating to brands, how it affects us, how it is dealing, and also how it affects the consumers at large. On ConsumerHallaTV, we talk about various things, but Share Your Brand Experience is a particular program that is designed solely for you to come around to share your experiences. And whatever we are talking about today, it doesn't have to be the only thing that you want to talk about. You can always call, text us, and then we'll be replying. Or whenever you get to see this particular video you're watching, you can always drop your comment in the comment box below the video so that we can get back to you on anything that is of concern to you. In case you haven't followed us across all our social media platforms, please do so on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, and YouTube at ConsumerHallaTV. Subscription is absolutely free. Right now, we'll be talking about the relevance of storytelling to brand development in Nigeria, and I'll let you take the lead on that one. Good evening.
All right, Kike, we're talking about relevance of storytelling to brand development in Nigeria. We all know that storytelling has shaped the narrative of brand industry in Nigeria, and storytelling is highly relevant to brand development in Nigeria because it builds a kind of emotional connections, trust, and loyalty by making a whole lot of brands relatable and authentic. In a competitive market, stories help differentiate a brand and make it more memorable and inspire action, as Nigerians value authenticity and experiences that resonate with their local culture and daily life. Storytelling is an ancient art form that has been used for centuries to convey messages, build relationships, and inspire action. And in today's fast-paced, digitally driven business landscape, storytelling is more relevant than ever. And to help us dissect it more by sharing an insightful experience on the conversation, we have Mrs. Tolulokpe Fagbayila, a seasoned broadcast journalist and OAP as well from their communications. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Hello, ma. Good afternoon, Mrs. Tolulokpe. It's a pleasure to have you around.
Good day, good day. Good afternoon. Well, so good afternoon.
All right. How are you feeling today? Can you hear us well?
Yes, I can.
Okay, it's a pleasure to have you
How are you
around.
today?
Of course, we're fine. Thank you so much for joining us.
So good.
If you can hear us, I think the network at your end is bad. We can't hear you well. The network is quite. It's one of those things. It happens most time. Hello, can you hear us? Okay, then.
I think you would have to come back.
Definitely,
Hello?
we need to. Hello, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Mrs. Tolulokpe, the network is quite bad, so we can't hear you. Can barely hear what you're saying. Okay, are you back now? All right. Maybe if you can hear us, maybe you should try to resolute the network while we have the conversation. All right, we need to talk about it because we can see that storytelling is something that is not just resonating now. It's a century thing. And just like I said earlier on, you know, when it comes to storytelling, it's, we Africans, we are very genuine about storytelling because everything about us is full of art, is rich in culture, and definitely, you know, when we narrate stories, a lot of people wonder, and that is why most times you see that when it comes to maybe movie industry and all other industries where they want to use storytelling to convey a particular message, when they do that, you know, a lot of people sit down and be like, wow, so African has a storytelling. That has to let us know that when it comes to storytelling, Africans are blessed in reference to storytelling. And if we look at it, taking it back in the hand of time, we all know that a lot of brands have used storytelling to convey a particular message to the audience within Nigeria, within Africa, and outside Africa. And that is why I can even say that now Africa, and most especially Nigeria, is one of the leading countries using storytelling to pass a message to their consumers. I know you can agree with me on this.
Yeah, I quite agree with you on that a lot because a lot of history has been lost because of the colonization that happened, and the fact that there are lots of things that we were not taught in school. That's the reason why movie is a mirror of the society. And a lot of times when we watch movies, you be like, oh, this happened before, this has happened before. It's always interesting to see these things dramatized on screen for you to see, so that it can, you know, sink down very well with the consumers. And now, storytelling with the brand is very, very important. We've spoken about it on the program before, and it is very important for us to bring it back now, especially during the festive
period.
A lot of brands tend to switch up their style to relate properly with Christmas. Why do you think they do that for the festive season? Because it is known that people are in a joyous mode, they are in the festive mode, so they want to do a lot of, they want to see a lot of colorful things. I think she's back with us right now.
All right, Ma. It's so good to have you, Miss Madam Tolulope. Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay.
So good to
All right, can you hear us very loud and clear? Okay, I guess the network is very, very bad. It's one of those things, it happens most. Oh, can you hear us perfectly well?
She can hear us perfectly well. The thing is,
Yes, I can.
Okay, maybe we'll continue on the program a little bit. Maybe she moves to a place where the network is a little bit stable, and then we'll continue on the conversation. So, like I was saying, they tend to want to move into a lot of what is going on within the festive period. You could see it even during Easter,
Ramadan.
Ramadan. They tend to switch up everything because that is the time that, okay, we can see that network is moving a little bit better. So I think she's trying to get a spot where the network is going to be good. So thank you so much for trying your best, because I know it can be very frustrating.
Definitely.
We all live in the country and we know how it is with network.
It's one of those things.
Yeah.
And right now we can see that if a brand in Nigeria of today wants to strive well and be part of the major brands and not the minor brand, definitely you have to use storytelling to influence your consumers, to pass a message to them. Right. Storytelling is so beautiful that the one major job it does is that it grabs the attention. And when it comes to consumer, when it comes to brand, it has to do with catching the attention of the audience, of the consumers. So right now, just like you said, with the usage of the festive season that is out, you can see that all brands are resoluting with the Christmas season to make sure to pass a message via one thing or the other. And you know, with the look of things, storytelling is not a medium it's not a medium that can go off anytime soon.
It's not going to go off.
It's not going to go off because if we look at the history of Nigeria, if we look at the history of Africa, in fact, there are a lot of stories that they are not yet unveiled to consumers. We have the general one that a lot of brand use, and let's cite Coca-Cola For example, we see that a lot of adverts, maybe during Xmas, they'll have to prepare food, make jollof rice in adverts, then share Coke with people around. It's passing a message that, okay, during this Xmas season, you can enjoy yourself with Coca-Cola. We have a whole lot. We can see we have a lot of detergent. We have a lot of brands that are using storytelling to let us know how genuine, how passionate we are when it comes to storytelling. And brand itself is an art, and storytelling is an art. And you know what they say, that when two arts comes together to merge together, of course, it's always authentic. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we press further on the conversation. We're talking about the importance of storytelling in the development of brands in today's world in Nigeria. We'll be right back.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
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 At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
Thank you so much and welcome back from that short break. This is Share Your Brand Experience, where we want you, consumer, to be part of us because you're part of your world by telling us your experience about a particular brand, about a narration. Share Your Brand Experience is about storytelling, and today on the program we are talking about the impact of storytelling in the development of brands in Nigeria, in the world today. And we've spoken about quite a lot of things, how storytelling resolute with our culture here in Africa, most especially in Nigeria. But it's quite a pity that our guest too is meant to, tell us our own personal experience. The age difference is much, and it would have been a very insightful one, but that's one of those things that happen. Now let's talk about the relevance of storytelling.
Okay, she's still trying to come on the program, but I guess the network is just...
I'm with you, don't worry.
Okay, can you hear us perfectly, ma?
Can you hear me?
Of course we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Oh, but the network is breaking.
We can hear you, it's just that the network is breaking. We don't know if you are breaking at your own end.
I hear you.
Can you just find a spot to stay and, talk better?
That must be the network.
When it comes to communication.
Okay, what about here?
Okay, 1 minute and let's see how the network works.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
we can hear you well.
We can hear you.
All right, that's
I'm with you.
okay. If you can hear
That's great.
if you can hear us perfectly, please can you start by telling us your own experience, how storytelling. Hello. All right. When it comes to telecommunications in Nigeria, I think we still have a whole lot of developments to do to make sure everything.
Hello, I'm with you.
Okay, Madam Tol, if you can hear us well, please can you start by telling us your own personal experience
Hello,
on how storytelling
I'm
has
with you.
make. Hello.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a delay, so let's space our response.
Hello.
Hello. Can you can. Okay.
Hello.
Madam Tolu, please. I think we'll have to let you go now on the conversation because of the time factor, and we hope to get you back.
Alright.
All right, this conversation is not ending so. It's not ending so because we need to get our experience. We need to get a lot of people experience because you know it will take us back to the end of time, letting us know the revolution, the foundation, the beginning of storytelling. But if you have to talk about the key relevance of storytelling, definitely it drives engagement.
It does.
A lot of people will want to know, will be curious to know what the brand is all about, the function of the brand, definitely. And also, it's a kind of an emotional connection.
It is, because it's build relevance.
Absolutely. And in a world where there is competitiveness between, if we're talking about a particular product, we know that there are different kind of companies producing that product. So, you know, when it comes to storytelling too, there must be uniqueness in storytelling.
Yes.
That is what most brands don't know. And that's why we say that we have like 5 companies, five industries producing a product, but one of them is making waves.
Yeah, it's excelling.
Is excelling, and if you look at the way they're doing it when it comes to the reference of storytelling, you will see that the storytelling is unique. It blends with what is happening currently.
Yes.
And now let's take it back to the World of Heart. This movie that Daniel Hettim just produced, this the Earth and all of that. If a particular, because definitely there will be a lot of sponsors, and if there is a business mogul that is trying to look into, okay, let me see some of the collaborators who collaborate with Daniel Hettim on this project and all of that, and they see them and all of that, you know, they would definitely want to bank with them because that story itself, you know, it's what is happening. It's our own face right now. So that's to say that's just to narrate it in a nutshell. That when it's not, it's beyond storytelling now. In this era, it now has to be unique. Everyone tells stories.
I don't think it has to be unique. I think it's more of how does it relate to me. The Earth is an amazing movie. The Earth. I don't know if anybody has seen 3 Cold Dishes. I have seen 3 Cold Dishes, and it's also something that has been going on. It's about trafficking also. In fact, trafficking is more of trafficking from Africa, from our own country to another African country, which a lot of people go through. But the way they told the story, the way it was built, is different from the way the Earth was built. So it's more of a relevant stuff. It's not about the uniqueness. Everybody, a lot of people have told the story of kidnapping, bandits, terrorism, and everything that's going on in the country. It's about how well does it relate to home, and at the particular time of when you are dropping it, how hot is the conversation? Because the movie kind of is like a soothsayer of what is currently happening in the country. Because the movie dropped, I think, a month or almost 2 months ago, and look at what is happening right now. So that's why we keep on talking about the movie, and the fact that the movie is actually a beautiful story on its own. So we all have our strengths and our weaknesses. So the reason the 3 Cold Dishes, some people are having negative because of the way it is being portrayed. It wasn't portrayed enough. It wasn't portrayed enough for it to be relatable.
That's still the uniqueness we're talking about, because when a story,
I don't think that's unique. Maybe another language. I don't think,
because I think when a story is being innovative, then it broadens the idea complexes of the consumers, the targeted consumers.
No. I think I would prefer the word relatability more than uniqueness. There's something unique about there are a lot of stories that it's not about the uniqueness. It's about how well does it feel like home. If it feels like home, then I can live in it. It's like a shoe that I can wear.
Absolutely, and that is from your own end, and from my own opinion, I think storytelling has to be unique, because from my own opinion, from my own end.
I'm talking about the earth. I'm not talking about storytelling. So of course, storytelling has to be unique. I'm talking about the movie you're citing as an
example. Yeah, and I brought
it's
in.
It's not about
the uniqueness.
The uniqueness of storytelling. Yes, you have to be innovative. You have to be unique. The reason I'm saying that, the reason why because what's it called? This movie, Three Cold Dishes and The Earth, they are almost the same movie. It's just that one targets Nigeria alone. Why do you think that happened? It's not about because it's unique. It's because it is relatable. One targets trafficking outside the country. Not everybody can relate to trafficking outside the country. Not everybody has traveled through that route. But everybody can relate to Nigeria because everybody lives in Nigeria. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
And that means it has to do with target audience, because anybody who has traveled through out of the country that way would understand the other movie you're talking about.
I can relate to this. But we've all heard stories of people traveling. In fact, a lot of documentaries is online that you can watch. But I've not lived in that shoe. I've not been in that shoe before, so I cannot know how it feels. But right now, as my country, as I'm watching The Earth, the first time I watched The Earth at the premiere, a lot of people had beautiful things to say. I watched Three Cold Dishes at the premiere. The reactions were different, but a lot of things were like, oh, it feels like they are telling my story. It feels like they are telling my story. So that's what I'm talking about. So if it's about the uniqueness of brands and storytelling, it is supposed to be unique.
All right, so you use the word relatable. So storytelling has to be relatable, has to be unique, has to be innovative. You have to come up with ideas that people would watch and they would understand the message you're passing across to them. Definitely we'll get back on this conversation with an experience of a consumer to let us know from their own landscape.
Actually, the age range difference. I want to know how it feels during the time of Mrs. Tolulokpe Fagbayila, how storytelling, because I'm very sure storytelling at their time is different from hers, and so it will have been very, very beautiful to know of how it was and how does she think it has evolved till now. But the network is not permitting us, even with seeing her right now, it is still lagging. So maybe it's the way the network is.
All right. Hopefully we get back on the conversation next week and we bring her back, or if not, definitely we'll have someone else to talk about this, because this is a very unique and a very important discussion that we must have, because it will create more insight, more beautiful ideas. A lot of people would see the history of storytelling, how it evolved over time to this present age. Hello, can you hear us? The network is bad. All right, Share Your Brand Experience will be back again next week. Thank you so much for joining us on the conversation. I am Ire Ayomikunle AK. Stay with us for the rest of the day and stay connected always to ConsumerHalla TV. Bye for now.
Hi people, my name is Mo Fakorede and I am a filmmaker and a film director, and you're watching ConsumerHalla TV. ConsumerHalla TV is everything consumer advocacy, consumer rights, everything that has to do with consumers. On this TV, you'd watch, you'd learn, you'd be educated, you'd be entertained. Keep watching ConsumerHalla TV.
My name is Olubukola Ozone, a photographer and a social media enthusiast. You're watching ConsumerHalla TV. It's a consumer advocacy TV If you have a problem, anything, any consumer related problem, just holla at them, just like their name implies, and they're going to get it sorted for you. Keep watching, stay tuned. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, my name is Joba Jalabi. I'm a marketing communications professional. I currently lead marketing at Flash Change, a fintech startup. Keep watching ConsumerHalla TV, a consumer advocacy channel.
Hello, my name is Sharon Rotimi. I'm an actor and I am on ConsumerHalla TV. Now, ConsumerHalla TV is a consumer advocacy channel. So if you have any issues, consumer-related issues with brands and services, you can reach out to them and they'll be sure to handle it or to cater to you. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, my name is Iyebiye Adeton. I'm a film poster designer and illustrator. This is ConsumerHalla TV. It's a consumer advocacy channel. We show content on consumers-based news, entertainment, and all of that. So I urge you guys to stay tuned to ConsumerHalla TV.
My name is Anoluwapo Alao, a sales consultant for Star Times Nigeria. This is a ConsumerHalla TV, where they discuss anything consumer needs and get knowledge about anything about consumer. So keep watching it.
Hi, my name is Adebola Ogushino. I'm a filmmaker and you're watching ConsumerHalla TV. Any consumer related issues, they've got you.
Hi, my name is Stephen Olorunshisi. I'm a strategy and sales professional, currently working with Obey, and you're watching ConsumerHalla TV. I mean, this is one of the channels that you don't want to but stay on. Consumer advocacy, brand promotion, everything consumer, what you need to learn for your business to grow. This is a channel where you learn, where you experience entertainment too, but it's good for businesses, for brands, and for an entrepreneur. If you want to know more about businesses, want to know more about brands, please stay watching. Alright, thank you so much, ConsumerHalla.
Entertainment isn't just the spice of life, it is the rhythm of the soul, the melodious song in our hearts and the vibes that color our world. When it is screen time o'clock, it is showtime. This is a show you get to enjoy exclusive interviews, top 5 countdowns, celebrity of the week, and of course, movie release updates. I am Iremufe Koforola, the man clothed in wealth and strength.
All right, thank you guys so much for joining us once again for this beautiful program, Screen Time on ConsumerHalla TV. And this is the only place you get to see screen time anywhere in the world. It is our program and we are so much enjoying it, and we cannot wait for every Mondays to always bring this program onto the show for you guys to see how beautiful and well packed this particular program is. Today, I don't know, Remufe is kind of a poet because I don't understand the soul, the rhythm, the everything, but
it is necessary.
It is absolutely necessary because the program we're having today on Screen Time is something that is absolutely different from what we've been having before, and I'm very excited to bring on the show. Of course, we're going to be having a guest on the program, but before that, I'm Kikelomo Ajibola, and I am here as the co-host of Screen Time on ConsumerHalla TV, and I'm so excited because I got to share with you guys movie release update, which is my absolute favorite time on the program. Welcome to the program this evening, and make sure to follow us across all our social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, and on YouTube. Subscription is absolutely free, no charge is being collected from you. Just click that subscription button. Follow us at ConsumerHalla TV on all those platforms that we've just mentioned. Good evening and welcome to the program once again.
Hannah, I must say you look so stunning.
Today I said I must.
Seriously, your costume is costuming.
Exactly. I said it. Today I must dress according to the program, and I am here for it.
All right, today on the show we shall be diving into the world of costuming as an art of storytelling. And have you ever been interested in watching a movie because of how appealing the costumes are?
I am absolutely. I love watching movies that is very colorful. You know, I'm not just coming. I think there was a movie I watched one time like that. They were trying to depict the Y2K year, and I think I was telling you that the costume was not just costuming. Like,
It wasn't giving.
It wasn't giving, so it was taken away from the mood
Yeah.
of the movie. I don't know if people don't understand that costume is a very huge part of a project when it comes to movie projects, when it comes to musical videos.
Exactly.
If the costume is not, depicting what you're trying to tell us, it kind of throw the audience off the balance, especially people that actually see movie for what movie is, not just for entertainment purposes. It's an entertainment purpose, but it's deeper than that for some people, and for me, it's deeper than just entertainment. So yeah, I think I remember then I struggled to finish up the movie, but someone like me is that, something about me is that I just cannot start the movie and quit it because the movie is not nice. I would rather just, struggle through, watch it. But yeah, costume is very, very important. Even as day-to-day lifestyle, we are all playing dress up, we're all doing. So there are particular type of occasion that some attire are going for and some cannot go for. So everybody is a costumier. Some just make it a professional job. So kudos to all costumiers in the industry.
I really agree with you. Being a costume designer, it's not easy.
No.
And like you said, everybody, one way or the other, we are all costume.
Costumier.
I mean, we design different
Exactly.
costume, and it's always shows the kind of mood we have.
Yes.
And the same way it should always show that in movies
Yeah.
as well. So costume helps tell a story as it establishes who a character is,
Period.
their traits and details of their personality.
Exactly.
That's very important always.
And costumes help transform a character into a believable persona. And it is the design of clothing and accessories for actors on screen, stage, or in musical videos. Like I said earlier, it's not just about movie right now, it's also in musical. Every aspect of life, costume is very, very important. You cannot wear a clothes that you wear to a funeral, to a wedding. You cannot wear a clothes that you wear to a wedding, to a funeral. Imagine you opening your chest to a funeral. You're going to be stoned. In fact, I'm going to stone you because it's kind of very
You don't do that here.
Okay, it's kind of very, very disrespectful, you know. So the costume is very, very important, whether in acting, whether in on stage play, whether in a musical video. Imagine you doing a village movie and we are putting on a what do I say? The city attire.
Yeah.
It contributes a lot.
Even the accessories you
A
are
lot
using,
of
the
it,
wig,
yeah.
everything. It's
The
must
wig,
really
everything
interpret the
was
mood.
interpreted. Imagine you saying somebody's a rich man and then you're giving him a clothes of someone that is in middle class. So it doesn't tally.
Yeah.
It's not giving.
Absolutely. Anything Kike says, absolutely.
I'm always right.
What am I to say otherwise?
Women are always right.
Always right. All right, our guest today is a fashion stylist,
Ooh.
creative producer, and
Okay.
entrepreneur whose career has spanned close to a decade.
That's a lot.
He whole lot. I mean, someone who is
A
10,
decade.
I mean, a
Put
decade,
some respect
yeah.
on that name.
I mean, it's not easy to really choose a career path for a decade.
A decade.
Yeah, I mean, he is no other person than the charming Edem Stephen Lewis, who is joining us on the show today.
I can't wait to actually meet this particular person. My friend has been talking about this particular person, and I cannot wait for him to come on the program and share with us his knowledge, his understanding, and how beautiful this career path has been for him.
Absolutely.
The challenge is also there's no beauty without pain. So
Yeah.
both
Beauty comes with scars.
Yeah, both goes hand in hand. So yeah, like now my head is actually aching me because tying this thing on my head. Ooh. But that's have to do because today's program is absolutely special.
All right, let's welcome our guest. All right, joining us this hour is the man of the moment, and I mean, someone who is going to blow us away on the show today.
I can't wait to be blown
I
away.
mean, yeah, he's not a person like I mentioned earlier, Edem Stephen Lewis. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Not with all the government name. What's going on?
I mean, you look
Just have to be
so.
formal.
Oh no, we are not from my
We're not from my
no,
ear.
we don't do that
Ooh,
here. And I want to say you look so.
Thank you.
What's
Oh my
the word?
God.
Such a Prince Charming.
No, he looks stunning.
He looks stunning.
Actually.
He looks
I get
gorgeous.
it.
He looks
I wish we could
let him stand up and show you his feet.
It's just
Sorry, it's
just
very
something.
bold and very chill in
Yeah.
a way. Very beautiful.
Thank you very much.
I need to come and learn.
You need to learn.
Yeah, all right.
Today I did my best. I said today customer is coming. No, this person cannot beat me in my house, but this person is already beating me.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank God,
God.
thank God he beat both of us. So,
I beat us, so.
only me would have been paid.
No.
We try. Thank you so much for having
All right. Today we are talking about costuming
Yeah.
as an act of storytelling, because storytelling cuts across different
content, yeah.
contents and all that. Not just the visual aspect. You get to see there are so many elements that define what storytelling is. But before we go into all of that, we would want to know, for those who might be interested, like this Prince Charming man, you don't even know much about him. So who is Idem Lewis, and can you please take us down memory lane, how your journey began?
How my journey began, right?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I'm Adam Stephen Louis. I'm a fashion stylist, costumer. I'm an entrepreneur as well. So basically, how my journey started was I've always known I'll be in fashion, one way or the other.
From the womb.
Okay.
Well, basically, I can say from SS1. Actually.
Okay. Yeah, that's very relatable.
Because there was a magazine then, which was like the OG magazines we used to have then, and I saw the Olasego pieces, and I was like, oh, I actually want to be like this. Because the initial plan was for me to, study medicine or pharmacy or any of that. And then along the line, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it anymore. And then I'll just do fashion, I love that. And then, but I ended up doing accounting still. But even when I was doing accounting, I was like, yeah, I'm still going to do fashion, because I started out as a self-taught illustrator. So I would draw outfits, even in class, going on, I'll be drawing, illustrating. And after that, I got like my first 9-to-5 job, which I did for, I think, about almost 2 years plus. And then I left, go back to fashion, and I wanted to have like my own fashion brand initially, which was why I started out as a self-taught illustrator. And then when I came back to fashion 3 years later, after I left, it was not a thing of seeing that, we have like different genres of fashion we can actually get into. There's the styling, there's merchandising. And then I worked with a fashion brand then as the in-store sales associate and the stylist. And I said, okay, you know what? I can actually put one or two together. And then I started styling freelancing. Then I left the brand, and then I just became freelance on my own. My first shoot was basically with a colleague now in the industry, who we just had a random shoot with a photographer who's like a very good friend now, and basically that's how like the journey started. So it was like from one shoot to another till I got like my first TV commercial job, which was like my own. And it came like from someone who was random. It wasn't from an industry person. I just got a call and I was like, hey, I know you do this, there's a job, XYZ, and it just happened. And from there I just started getting more gigs, doing my own things and finding a way to implement TV commercials, short films into it, not just streamlining it to just fashion itself. Yeah.
That's very beautiful.
Thank you.
I took away a lot from what you just said. Number one is that, oh my God, what you've always wanted to be is something that is always going to be at the back of your mind, no matter if you've deviated. Most of us have actually deviated.
Yeah, I could relate.
You can relate, actually. I personally cannot relate, because right from when I was in primary 3, I always knew I wanted to be a broadcaster. I didn't do choreography.
We all tried that same media.
But I didn't go out of my own space, even though sometimes my mind is shaking right now, but we are still good. And the second thing is that always have people that align with your vision in your circle. His friend, is the photographer, whatever, everything.
You might not have that immediately, but I feel like as you grow, you work towards it and just ensure that you find people who align with you, and they would actually motivate you to actually do more.
Exactly. And that's what, I think that's what even where they come, because they must have seen something you've done before for them to now come in. So grace is not just all about it. It's about your hard work, what you've put into it, what you've dedicated into it. So if you are actually
preaching.
I am today. We are always preaching on screen time in one way or the other, because we get to listen to inspiring stories of people. It's not all about everybody has one backup bone at the back of their house or anything like that. Some people just strive from the beginning, and they are here today, and we can see that they are actually inspiring people. So we have to learn from what they've done.
Yes, interesting one out there. I personally, anyone who knows me, I love reading people's biographies, just because I know I can learn one or two things from it. And it's so inspiring. The story is yours. And one thing I would want to ask is, fine, while growing up you knew you wanted this, you understand, but sometimes circumstances happen and life happens, then you just decide that I don't want to do this again, you understand. So why did you decide to stay on course?
So I mean, I've been there like 3 times actually, and the last one was I think 2023 actually. Yeah, it was towards the end of the year. I just told my friend, I was like, yeah, I'm done, I'm out. First time was 2021. I was like, yeah, I'm out. 2022 came along the line. I mean, God always will send someone along your way, and then he came along and he held my hand and was like, yeah, we're going on that journey again. And then we continued. 2023, I was like, I'm tired. I can't do this anymore. I just kept. It was like a total crash out on the call, and then he spoke to me and was like, what you're doing, nobody's doing it like you.
Wow.
That kind of thing. Because he was also in the industry before he relocated, and it's like, nobody's doing what you're doing, the way you're doing it, XYZ, XYZ. And then I was like, I'll just give it 6 months and see how it goes. And after 6 months, I promise you, I'm out. I even had to learn like a total skill differently in tech.
Oh.
Because I'm like, I need to have like a backup plan.
Yes,
I can't just pull out and then it's like, okay, what next?
Exactly.
Start to learn like different skill, product management, virtual assistant. I'm like, okay, I have to now. So yeah,
I'm good
to go. Exactly. Yeah. And then 2024 started. I found myself into it again. So it was like shoot after shoot after shoot after shoot again. And this year has been like the year that I actually saw. I was like, okay,
that person that had your hand really saw.
because when I put 2024 and 25 together, I would say, like my own personal project that I've done myself. I'm like, yeah, I'm proud. Like I could actually do this because then it was a thing of when will it come? When will it come? When will it come? And then I feel like having your own confidence and growing and basking in it was one thing that helped me along the line. Like, no matter how you be, something will come.
Very true.
Because I'm just like, I had to trust in my God. Like, I know what I do. And to the point where I even clocked it recently, I was like, I can't even believe that, I've actually said no to certain jobs. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that one. And I'm like, me will be like, give me, I'm going to do it.
So now, we are not choosing, It's like choosing grocery.
Like, no, I don't think I'm going to do this, actually. And I mean, just confidence, I think, is one thing that's helped me. And most times, we grow confidence unconsciously.
Yeah.
So I think that was me growing confidence unconsciously, and that helped me, for 2025 to 24 rather to 25 now, and, just keep going into that same direction. It's not easy, though, but...
It's not.
Because in an industry where people look at you as... are you worth it? Are you not? Should we use this person? So if that confidence is like your go-to friend at all times.
I actually do that.
Yeah, let me hold your hand so that I can say yes. No, what I'm even saying is that the person heard his hand and told him. So I'm telling you, 2026 is going to be a better year than 2025. Surely, I know that. And okay, before Kike is going to ask the next question because you are so much interested in getting to know about costuming, and you've also been on movie sets as well. So I mean, it's she's a woman of many parts.
I know.
But
right?
today is not.
It's only costume today. We are doing costume.
Yeah, costume. And now, we are talking about costume, and because it requires a whole lot. Earlier on we were talking about how costume can evoke emotions in people,
mood and everything,
and also help to interpret the role, the character, and all of those things. So let's look at how costume can evoke emotion and also align virtually with the story or the style of the production. Yes.
So basically, it starts with the storyline. So if the storyline is very clear and concise and translated very well, it would actually help the costumer or the stylist to then translate that. Because there was one that I did this year which showed at Cannes Film Festival. I was on the styling team for that. It showed at Cannes Film Festival in May, and it was more about a single mother who had lost her husband. She was now having to drive down for round to make a living for herself and for her children. And when I read the scripts, which for me was interesting, I didn't even know it was going to do so well to the point of Cannes Film Festival.
Cannes, that is big.
Actually,
wow.
And they sent me the script, which from the person that was like in charge of everything, and then I went through it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then when I read it, I had like the meeting was clear and concise, like, want her to look this way, and it wasn't going to be something that was going to be dressy, toned down, everyday life of someone who's like suffering, trying to make ends meet. So they're like different faces where she would go from looking like this, like suffering, and she just lost her husband, to then she's struggling. Exactly. So we had to then translate that into the everyday life. Like I said, like the Danfo drivers would dress up, but I mean it's a woman, so you have to dress her into a man. To make her look like she's doing like the man's job to survive and all that thing. It was tasking, but the same way interesting, because that way I was able to then translate that into different stages. And it's really important because it helps the characters align with the story as well.
Exactly.
Because
They
oftentimes
addressed the part already.
Yeah, because oftentimes with Nollywood, I mean, they're doing a good job though, but I feel like there's some stories that I've actually watched in the movies and then it's a bit overdressed.
A lot, actually.
It's a bit overdressed, and then I realized at a point that I feel like people just putting more effort into the outfits than the story itself, and I'm like, there's no balance, which I feel like we should have. Even for makeup, I still drag makeup artists like sometimes when I see the makeup on movies, because if you're shooting like an indoor scene where she's like maybe chill,
When she sleeps, when she wants to go to bed,
I
why
mean,
is
or
that?
she just took up.
And I'm like, what?
Exactly.
And then she's still on, she has her wig on. I'm like, what's going on
you can
here?
even have the wig on, but the makeup is, you know, heavy, and then the outfits are, they're not laid back. And I feel like for me, I've been lucky enough to, you know, have, you know, short films project like that who in different ways have actually aligned with the story, you know, from the costuming. So it's nothing like, it wasn't out of context or out of the box where you say, oh, let's give her, if for someone who's suffering, give her this whole high fashion boo-boo for her to wear. No, it had to be like, he had to relate to the storyline, which I feel like, you know, for me, I've been grateful to have like stories and films that actually translate from the styling to the storyline as well, which helps the production then curate everything properly.
I actually think I agree with everything you've said, but I feel like it's more of the fact that you understand your job. That's why you could interpret those
to interpret it definitely.
them into dressing and stuff like that. When it comes to Nollywood, I can point out thousands of mistakes that they do, but we wouldn't take away the fact that they have good storyline, good production, and every other thing. Little things, and what they don't understand, like little things spoil a lot of things. Because I think I was sharing a movie. I think I was watching it upstairs, because I do watch movie almost every time.
We all watch movies.
I watch every time. So upstairs, and I was watching a movie, a Nollywood movie on YouTube. I'm not going to mention the main name. I'm not going to mention the channel. So the thing is that they were trying to depict a Y2K stuff, so that's 7 thereabouts. But the dressing didn't depict Y2K. I can relate to Y2K dressing. It's not I'm not made to sell out, but at least I know I still dressed.
I mean, it's currently in vogue right now.
Exactly. So there were a lot of errors. I'm like, no, this is not a Y2K wig. This is Y2K. Y2K wig is more of skull. Is more of bob. It's more of the makeup is more of ashy.
Like the 1 million braids.
The makeup is like you're a ghost. You understand? They make the beads,
the exaggerated brows,
the choke. That was the era of choker and stuff. But they didn't really impute all of the storyline. Was beautiful, but it threw me off balance.
It didn't translate into the whole.
Exactly. So some people don't watch movie the way some watch movie. Some people watch movie more than
what
the rest.
what I normally say is they're stylists, they're costumers, there's costumers. I mean, it depends on who you would give the project to that can handle it, because also research helps. Yeah, because I know there are times where I'll probably get a brief for a shoot and I'm obviously making research on how, you know, they want me to execute it immediately. It might be for a fashion brand, it might be a TV commercial. I need to then know how I'm going to then translate the outfit for them to fit the client's brief as well, because if you don't do that and you get on set for fittings, it will then look like you don't know your job. So you need to go prepared, you know, little research. It might not be something too heavy or too tedious, it might be just something minor, just, you know, check here, check there, and, you know, that also helps you together. I mean, for Y2K seems easy to pull at the same time. But at the same time, it's not too easy. But it's easy if you know your juice. If you don't know your juice, it will be too tedious for you to
I am watching this movie as an audience, and I could see a lot of